My book's title is The Legacy of Iconoclasm, Religious War in the Relic Landscape in 3 towns in the central Loire Valley in France, Tours, Blois, and Vendôme. It concerns itself with peacemaking after religious struggle, and particularly with iconoclasm, which is the smashing up of idols and the burning of saints' relics. Well, unfortunately, religious struggle still continues today, and particularly sectarian struggles are brutal affairs between two groups that very much believe in what they struggle over. The problem is they rarely are decisive, and so these people have to learn to live with each other after religious war, and that's the difficult part. What you find is there's patterns in this arrangement, and it usually involves coming to an understanding that what's happened has happened, and that it needs to be remembered, but also forgotten. You see this in South Africa after apartheid with the Truth and Reconciliation Commissions, but in my time period, after 30 years of religious war between Protestants and Catholics, it was the understanding that the Protestants weren't going to be taken from the landscape, and neither were the Catholics, that led to the agreements. It's not really tolerance, it's more coexistence, but through coexistence you get tolerance. Well, part of the Public Affairs mission is cultural competence, and I find that by taking students back in time, so a period before the scientific revolution, before concepts like equality under the law, you take them to a different world, but a world, when you go to Europe, that's often very familiar to them. And in that way, it's even harder for them to grapple with the differences because it appears so familiar. In my time period in France, or indeed all of Europe, there is no concept that everyone is equal. Indeed, the very essence of who you are in society is based on privilege. And so this is something that takes some time to get used to. The idea of chance, for instance, in my time period doesn't exist. Bad things don't just happen to good people in this time period. Instead, there always has to be a reason behind it. And this is a different way of understanding your cosmos and understanding what's going on around you.